starting to miss it. I'm starting to miss it. I'm starting to miss it. I'm starting to miss the point.
Hello and welcome to The Art of Missing the Point. It's a comedy podcast asking the important question, the burning question that is on everyone's minds. Are we missing the point? Are you missing the point? Or is the whole damn world missing the point? I'm one of your hosts, Brian.
This is Ruth.
And we're back. We're back for the second episode of a new coming. I feel weird saying that.
Yeah,
I shouldn't say that.
That was awkward.
I'm starting off every episode with something that should be stricken from the record. Sorry, everybody.
Declined. No, it's staying in there. Yeah, this is us 2 weeks in a row.
We're doing it, damn it. We're just like doing it.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
I know. It's exciting. I'm super
proud
happy
of
to be
us.
here. It's Friday night. It is August 1st. It is National Pinball Day, so happy National Pinball Day. Yeah.
Holy shit, happy National Pinball Day.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's like your
holiday?
Yeah, that's your high holiday. You should be able to take off work
outside of my actual high holiday. Well, yeah.
We all got to have a high holiday. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more. You know.
Yeah. It's National Pinball Day today.
So how do people celebrate National Pinball?
Well, Brian, by playing pinball, generally speaking. I did not play pinball today.
That's all right.
It crossed my mind to head out this evening, but I'm happy I didn't, because then I found out that you were available to record today's or this week's episode, and I stayed home because, as you might remember, I just played 3 tournaments in 3 days this
That's
last
right.
weekend.
You did.
We'll discuss this further later. So
yes, we have a whole segment for that, y'all.
We do.
Deal with that.
I decided to celebrate National Pinball Day by not playing pinball and resting my pinball fingies.
We celebrate in our hearts and our souls.
Absolutely.
You know,
I mean, I played on Tuesday for the meetup, and next weekend is 2 tournament weekends. So sometimes I'm running the one on Saturday, and then we have the 3 Strikes tournament on Sunday. So, sometimes the best way to play pinball is to not play pinball at all.
Yeah, that's right. It's all in the mind, y'all. The silver ball of the mind, you know.
I watched Happy Gilmore too. And that just made me
I've been curious
think,
about this because I'm in LA, and so, LA is movie marketing. As someone who was literally in movie marketing for a long time, being in LA for a long period of time, it's just seeing the creativity behind the way that billboards and other things are used. It is awesome.
That must be so much fun.
It's really, and there was just in Hollywood, the other day I was driving down Sunset, and there's a point where 2 very tall buildings, sort of mirror each other on either side of Sunset, and one side was Adam Sandler hitting the ball, and the other side on the other building was just a giant golf ball embedded in the whole building. And I was
that's
like,
amazing.
That's fucking brilliant.
Yeah,
it was so good.
Funny.
Was it worth it? Was it?
Yeah. I mean, I am a huge fan of Happy Madison Productions, generally speaking.
I love Adam Sandler. Adam, if you ever come across this podcast, bro, we want you to know it, please.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And if not, we
amazing.
Just love you. Yeah, that's all right.
Period. So we watched Happy Gilmore a couple weeks ago because it was on Netflix and the new one was coming out, and neither of us had seen it. I watched it with the husband.
No shit. Oh damn.
No. I'm sorry. In a long time. I've seen it several times.
Okay.
Well, and it all came about it was kind of serendipity in a way, because I think we loosely knew that the second one was coming out, but the other day we were talking about something completely unrelated. We were just having some sort of normal conversation or something. And I don't know, whatever was brought up. And from the other room, he was in the kitchen, I was in the living room. From the other room, I said something about something that had happened. He's like, "The price is wrong, bitch." And I thought of that
Wow.
quote in quite a while, and
Yep.
I was like rolling off the couch laughing. And so then it was kind of on our minds anyway, and then we confirmed that the second was coming out. So we watched the first one and then we watched the second one last night. Highly recommend. All the cameos and all of the references are really, really funny. And it's got Haley Joel Osment in it.
Oh, wow.
Ben
Okay.
Stiller's back. I mean, there's all sorts of
Yeah.
things that are happening that are
Okay.
it's almost like overload, but it's calibrated for people that enjoyed the first one is what I would say
Okay,
about
cool.
it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But you said it's all in the
great.
mind, and what popped into my in my head was it's all in the hips.
It's
It's all
all
in the
in the
hips.
Yep.
Like,
Yep. The
so
number of
yes.
times that I say to my rabbits or my cats or any of my pets, "That's your home. Don't you want to go home?" Like constantly, and it's
Which is
yeah,
funny because I say that to pinballs all the time.
right.
Go to your home.
Go to your home. That's your home. Don't you want to go home?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then nobody listens, but
No.
like
Well,
that's what Adam Sandler has done to us,
yeah.
So
Well,
thank you, Adam
it's a
Sandler.
shorthand for all sorts of funny sentiments. Yeah, it's great. How are you doing, Brian? What's going on with you? It's rainy and cloudy and thundery out here. What's going on over there? Seeing as
Damn,
we
it's
are not
nothing but
next to each
sunshine
other.
and unicorns in Los
Yeah.
Angeles,
Is that right?
Sunshine and unicorns. Yeah, I mean,
Why
it's
don't I believe you?
I
Let's see
mean, maybe not
where's thunder.
unicorns, but there's a lot of sunshine. That's for darn sure. Yeah, I mean, everything's great. My high holiday has passed. Shark Week was over at the end
It
of
is
last
over.
week, and
Yeah.
I have a sad about it. But the funny thing about Shark Week, so like I'm standing there, I'm watching TV again with commercials, and like part of it feels like kind of, comforting in a weird way, even though I'm like, geez, I could be doing so much with all of this time that I'm wasting watching ads for, I swear to God, if I see another commercial for Billy Joel's fucking new documentary that is coming out on HBO Max, I will flip my shit. I
I haven't
saw
seen that preview.
was just being jammed down our throats while watching Shark Week. And I was like, is this really what you think of us who watch Shark Week?
That is so funny.
No, your targeting is off, man. So anyway, I'm dealing with all of that. And then I realize after Shark Week is over that like all the shows are just right up there on Discovery streaming. You can just watch them anyway. And I'm like, you bastards. I could have just waited. But there's something about celebrating Shark Week in Shark Week. It's just, and
I totally understand.
and that is
I
my
watched
partner's
Jaws
actual
3D.
favorite. So, ooh, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of the way it is. Shark Week
I
is
have to
Shark Week.
laugh, however, at so many of these Shark Week shows, that's like making the perfect shark, and they're like glomming together a bunch of different sharks so that they can do like a CGI thing of a shark that will actually be able to fight an orca. And they
I
like
do think
designed
that's
one that's
funny.
some super fucking evil monster that's like the head of a hammerhead and the body of a whale shark and like 10 million teeth and like some just like horrible monstrosity. Just horrible fucking monstrosity. And they're like, now we're going to run a CGI scenario to see if the super shark is able to stand up against the orca. And they like run it and they like show the super shark, like just, nailing the orca and just killing it. And I'm like, I don't think this actually did anything except just like kind of make them feel cool, which is cool. I mean, I get, but I'm like, how can I get these jobs?
It's a scientific thought experiment.
Is it though?
A pseudo-scientific thought experiment.
Pseudo-scientific. That's true. But
and
I will say,
animators got to get paid too.
that's true. You know what? Yeah, word up to Discovery for like still just having human beings handle their CGI. That's cool. I got to give them props for that. And I will say this because the man is everywhere on Shark Week. Paul DeGeller is a G. That guy is straight up gangster.
Wait,
like,
who's that, Paul? I don't know who he is.
He was he's an Australian guy who was in the military and was attacked in a shark attack, lost his right hand and his and like the bottom half of his right leg. And after having dealt with that, decided to become an advocate for why sharks should be saved and and like basically somebody who's fighting for sharks to continue to live. And I'm like, man, this guy knows how to manage trauma, y'all, because he could have just gone out and been a total boner about sharks, and instead
Right,
he
right.
just flipped the script, and the man is a
Yeah, I feel like I've
gangster.
heard about this. Was he
He
a surfer? Am I remembering that, or is that
he
someone
may have
else?
been. My partner knows everything about all things sharks. Like basically I just sat there through Shark Week and just watched with her, and she sort of like filled in all the blanks that Discovery wasn't filling in about all the sharks. And I'd lean over to her and be like, isn't that the one that this and that? And she'd say, no, 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 that's the other one, or the other one. I'm like, oh, okay, good. But Paul de Geller, this dude, like just straight up legit goes out on like a kayak to do a thing about how not to get eaten alive by sharks, and then literally has sharks bite off his prosthetic limbs to show people what to do if your limbs get bit off. I'm like, what? This
I'm
dude
looking at
is
his website right
hardcore.
now. Yeah, I
He is
see
hardcore.
this.
This
How
man
fascinating.
is a
I'm not
straight up
familiar.
badass. He's a badass. And
Well,
so
shout out to Paul de Gelder.
seriously, the dude's a badass. So if you ever want to feel like, you know, I don't know, not bad about yourself, but just really feel like, okay, there can be some hard shit in your life and it could get harder and you can actually bounce back from it. That man is walking fucking proof, because to have your limbs ripped off by sharks and then to turn around and become a shark like a person who wants to conserve sharks in the oceans, badass. So thank you, Shark Week, for giving me that and giving me joy. I am
Yeah,
very appreciative.
I am also very appreciative because I just learned a whole bunch of new stuff. I'm sharing my screen and I'm looking at his website.
I mean, look at this dude.
This is wow.
Yeah,
Impressive.
yeah.
Cool.
He's
I'll
he's
have
a
to
true badass.
pay closer attention to Shark Week for sure.
Yeah, it's worth it. Let me tell you,
I mean, Jaws 3D is Jaws 3D, but this is way cooler than that.
this is way better. Yeah, and there's like some science to it and shit. You
Yeah,
always walk
totally
away
awesome.
learning something and also learning nothing at the same time, which is kind of great. It's like, oh,
Well,
cool, I
because
learned something, and also this was really goofy. Awesome, love it. Thank you, Shark Week. Thank you,
right
Discovery.
on.
We're
Well,
available for placing your commercials, by the way, the
for,
artmissingthepoint@gmail.com.
yeah,
Anyway, that is to
yeah.
say that Paul de
Welcome.
Geller's not an asshole, but there are some assholes out there, and I want to use that as our segue into one of my favorite things, which is letting you surprise the fuck out of me with Reddit posts.
Well, here we are. It is that time of night. It is time to discuss what happens when people, either on purpose or through a lack of self-awareness or just because they feel like it, miss the point, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Sometimes when you miss the point, you end up getting called an asshole because the way that you're, let's call it interfacing with our shared reality is not quite on point.
Yeah,
And
very
so
actively
Reddit,
missing the point.
sometimes it is very actively missing the point. Sometimes it's kind of an accident, right? Like sometimes I don't read the room correctly. It happens to all of us.
That's true.
I
Same.
mean, to say that we all run the risk of being an asshole from time to time, whether we meant to or not, that's secondary. So on Reddit, there is a subreddit called AITA As I mentioned last week, they had to change the name of the or start a new subreddit. I think the old one was just so replete with assholes that that's what happened.
Replete with assholes.
Well,
I mean, it's a subreddit. It's probably also something on Pornhub. I don't know, but I would guess replete with assholes. Here you go. Your content
Well,
has been
unlike
served up for you.
Pornhub, you really do have to, mitigate the level of asshole that you have to
Yes,
deal
there you
with,
go. Yeah.
especially on such a platform. So any hoozle, name of the game is, I'm going to read a post from the subreddit. I have not read it before. It's a cold blind read for me, for you, and for anybody who's gotten this far into our conversation. And at the end of the post, we all, in our most secret parts of our hearts and souls, have to decide whether the OP, right, the original poster, is an asshole. YTA, you're the asshole. So this is where we get to inform somebody if they really did fuck it up, like from however
Really
the
shot the
social
bag.
interaction went.
Yeah.
And then the second option is NTA, not the asshole. So that means that the original poster did not act in a way that is socially accepted as asshole-ish.
Absolutely.
And then really truly like chaotic neutral option, the third option is everybody sucks here. Because sometimes it turns out that asshole begets asshole. And then
That's
everybody
true.
just kind of turns into let's call it
hurt people, y'all.
exactly, yeah, the
Yeah.
least best version of yourself. And once that happens with everybody being involved, engaging in that same sort of behavior, then everybody sucks. So without further ado, are you ready?
I'm ready. My sphincter is tightened.
Good.
I don't know why that was, but it's, it should be, I think. So let's go.
All right, let's see what happens. I will say this just as a passing note. Our editor, our AITAH editor, had a rough time finding shorter ones. A lot of them were like novels,
Sure.
which is something I try to avoid so that it's not just an hour of Ruth, dramatizing Reddit posts. So he found me some shorter ones, but really, you guys, if you're posting on this fucking subreddit, please keep it short and to the point, man. I can't be sitting here reading 50 minutes worth of y'all's complaining about whatever. So
Yeah, come on. Edit
quick,
yourself.
snappy.
It's difficult, but it's a skill, okay?
It is. It is a very worthwhile skill. So
yeah.
just putting that out there. Okay,
Give
here
it
we
a
go.
Try.
Give it a whirl.
Give it a whirl.
AITA for refusing to give up our bed to my girlfriend's parents for just one night.
Oh boy. Okay, this is gonna be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Strap in, everyone. My girlfriend, together 10 years, and I just bought a house and moved in 2 months ago. We've been exhausted between work burnout, back-to-back funerals, and the chaos of moving. We're both running on fumes. Now, her entire family is coming to stay for a few days to celebrate her birthday. Her parents, brother, sister, and her sister's husband. We have a guest room with a mezzanine. It's a bit weirdly laid out, but it fits a double bed underneath, and there's some cramped space for a second mattress up on the mezzanine, which we don't own yet. It would be a last-minute, cheap IKEA run. I'm super tall, so that double bed and the frame does not fit me. Our own bed is a king and fits me perfectly. Her parents are only staying one night, and they're super chill. No medical issues, retired, not picky about beds. Yet my girlfriend insists we give them our bedroom, quote, for their privacy, unquote, and that we sleep up on the mezzanine on this future IKEA thin mattress. Meanwhile, the sister and her husband would take the double bed, the best option, and the brother would crash in the living room on a camping mattress. I said no. I don't want to give up my bed for one night, especially when I'm dead tired and they genuinely don't care where they sleep. My girlfriend is now upset and says I'm being selfish and disrespectful, that her parents deserve privacy no matter what. So, AITA for standing my ground on keeping our bed for ourselves.
Wow. Okay.
That's a fair question.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's good that you're doing the self, inspection, as it were, like the introspective work to ask this question. I kind of feel like it's something that really didn't need to get posted on the internet. I'm just saying, bro, like, I mean, I'm gonna say this, and I feel like this is, maybe the reason that this subreddit ultimately exists is really so that people can like feel okay about their decisions, right?
Yeah,
Which like that's
absolutely.
fine. That's kind of what we all end up doing in a lot of ways. We just want somebody to be like, yeah, that makes sense, so that you can have a reason to do the thing. So, okay. Um, my gut reaction is to say like, yes, you are the asshole, and that's because I just feel like, be respectful and give them the bed. And especially for one night. Come on. Like, come on. It's one night. One night. Like, it's not
Yeah.
like they're doing it for a week or something like that. Like and as someone who had a father when I was much younger that would just show up at my house and be like, I'm only going to be here for like 3 nights. And then it would end up being like 3 months or something like that. Like, okay,
Wow.
I would get it if there was like, I don't know, a
Yeah.
precedent for that, but he didn't say anything about that, like they've done this before and they stay forever or something. So like, it's one night, dude, like get over it. How tall are you? Are you the Slender Man? I mean, like I'm fairly tall, dude. I'm like 6 foot, and like I get it. Like you're Goldilocks about your bed. I'm kind of Goldilocks about my bed too. But like, but oh, this dude must be a real fucking joy to travel with. I tell you. Like he's, oh, I don't know, this bed doesn't seem good in this hotel. This one doesn't seem good. The fuck, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm going with you're the asshole. Sorry, dude. But I'm curious what you think, Ruth. Because you always have a view of things that I don't think I have, and I respect that. So
Well, think that I'm going with like a soft YTA.
okay,
I think that this is weirdly like a toughy one for me because sure, it would be really easy for me to be like, buck up, little soldier. But I feel like if 2 out of the 3 parties aren't demanding this, like this is coming from a source that he either puts up a boundary for or will run him over like a steamroller, aka his
sure,
girlfriend.
sure,
Because if the
right,
parents don't care, it's a mezzanine, so it probably has like what, a ladder, like a spiral staircase or some sort of like dorky
yeah,
little way to get up there. But if
yeah,
the parents are willing to climb up there, like cool beans, and if they're
right.
down,
That's
I mean,
true.
it's an adventure for everybody, right?
That's
So like
true.
I don't think that he's wrong. I think he's reacting to a very pushy partner.
Yeah, good
And I
point.
think that he's probably choosing this hill to die on because when you buy a house, some people tend to go like full throttle on everything. And I'm only
Yeah,
saying that because I am that person, right?
yeah,
Like I could see myself acting like the girlfriend. So I'm trying to like check myself here, where it's like it's important to me, but it's probably because I'm so fucking delirious. I'm tired, I'm stressed, I have a million things on my mind. And sometimes when I get that way and maybe I haven't like been eating properly or,
sure.
like drinking enough water, like I get a little bit more stubborn than usual and will choose hills to
Yes,
die on that
right,
make no sense
right.
to a
Absolutely,
rational, well-fed
absolutely.
brain.
Yes, for sure, for sure. Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I get
And
this.
I know
Yeah,
this from experience because the husband has most definitely, absolutely 100% had to be like, how about fuck no, Ruth? And I'll have to like
yeah,
process that.
yeah.
And sometimes I can like see it and I'm like, no, you're right. Sorry, that was a crazy idea. But sometimes I'm like, no, I don't think you understand. And it's like, yeah, you know what I
Yep,
mean? He's like, no,
yep, for
I heard
sure.
you the first time. That's a
Yep,
dumb idea, bro. Like maybe
yep,
not that. And
right.
it'll take a while and I'll be like, oh yeah, sorry. I forgot. I hadn't eaten since like breakfast or whatever. So I mean, you're right. Absolutely. It's one night, and I think it is a sign of a good host to endure a bit of I'm hard pressed to call it hardship, But
It's definitely not hardship. I mean,
right in your new house. Okay, bro.
there
Um,
are children dying around the
yeah,
world, dude. You don't
right.
have it. I have to sleep on an IKEA mattress.
I
Okay,
know, for one day.
okay,
I mean,
okay.
in my culture, that's something that I would do out of respect for the parents, obviously.
Yes.
Like,
Right.
I can see what girlfriend is saying for sure. I think that he's clearly overwhelmed and maybe, his blood sugar's low too. I mean, they're working their asses off, they're moving, they're hosting family, which is like insane. But I get it, like families do that. But if you're going to be the host, then your guests should be comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it sounds like, first of all, this dude needs to probably have a Snickers bar. You're not yourself
Right?
when you're
That's
hungry.
kind of what I'm saying.
Thank you, marketing. Thank you very much. I can remember that tagline and I can't even remember my own phone number some days. That's cool. Marketing works. Um, you
Marketing
know,
works.
it, fix, fix that, get your blood sugar up. And maybe even before then, I don't know, just communicate just a little bit. Just, but maybe I think you're right here. I think there's a part of this that is probably a situation where it feels like one of those things that you don't get into because maybe it does end up being a bigger argument or something else. But like that
Right.
still points to why you should communicate, y'all. Like just say, hey, babe, I know I'm not going to sleep well and this is why, and like I love your parents and like they said this was okay with them, so could we be okay? And it would probably be okay unless you're, married to someone who's just completely unable to actually, I don't know, have a conversation about something. So
And that's kind of
communicate.
where my question is too.
Yeah.
It's like, where is she coming from? Because it sounds like she's
Right.
making a lot of like assumptions and demands.
Right.
Are you
That's
able to have
accurate.
a conversation with her? Because you just signed a big fat fucking legal contract with her, man. So,
Mm-hmm. That's
and
right.
and again, is it going to be the hill to die on? Like that's really the ultimate
Yeah.
question in the compromise game, right? It's
Yeah.
like, is this important enough to me, or can I eat crow for 7 hours? Like all of us have gone through nights where we can't sleep right. Even
Right.
the most comfortable of king beds that are perfectly
Right.
fit for you.
Right.
So, I mean, maybe not. Maybe he sleeps like a rock. I mean, I'm jealous. I sleep like shit. Um, Even in the most comfortable bed, I seriously have such a lovely bed, and like I will lay there very comfortably, not being able to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
there are other like things to consider, but it's like it's one night.
Yeah.
You guys are celebrating your new house together. Like, think of it maybe like as an adventure. Like, you're never going to sleep in the mezzanine again, are you?
Right. Absolutely not. Although maybe he will end up sleeping in the mezzanine
If he keeps
more
this
often
up.
now and keeps this up. Plan on setting up shop, bro. Get your Nintendo Switch up there and your
Get
Sports
whatever mattress of your
Illustrated.
choice.
Yeah, get your own mattress and
Two
just
IKEA mattresses, it won't be as
2
thin.
IKEA mattresses. That's right. 2
So,
IKEA mattresses. Yeah. That's right.
yeah, I mean, soft YTA.
It
Like,
is
I
a
get it.
soft white tea. I agree. Like he's not a giant flaming asshole by any
No,
means.
he just wants to be able to sleep comfortably because then he's also going to be, demanded of for the next couple of days, et cetera, et cetera. Sounds like a big to do. I mean, the whole family there, big breakfast, right?
Right.
Lunch, what? The museum, the zoo? Like, what are you guys doing? Are you guys going to paint? Like, these are not idle visits, right?
Yes. True. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if it's important to her, maybe you can figure that into your equation of discomfort.
Yes, the equation of discomfort. Okay.
Well, you know what I mean?
That's it right there. That's it. Equation of discomfort. Yep.
So can you eat up some of that discomfort and absorb it back into yourself and then be fully recovered within the week after you go back to your Goldilocks bed? Probably.
Gurgitate it out as something good.
Yeah. Yeah. Go pull the weeds in the backyard. It's a new house. I don't know. Go poke around with the water heater. Like, I don't, it sounds like there's a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah,
to
there's going to be a
distract you.
lot of shit that's wrong. Sorry, because let's just face facts, everybody. Buying a home is already a fucking nightmare in most all ways in this country, much
Yeah.
less what you have to deal with after you buy the damn thing. So
Right.
just busy
right.
yourself with that, dude. There's honey-do list that's a mile and a half long, and you can just go
And
and
it sounds like they're there to help and, celebrate and support, I mean, I realize that sometimes visitors don't understand that they're more of a pain in the ass than a support, but, it sounds like they're there in good faith. So,
yeah,
soft YTA, I'm
yeah.
sorry that your bed is so comfortable that you're considering having a blow up argument with your girlfriend of 10 years with whom you just purchased a house over it. That must be a killer bed. I mean, that's the only thing I can figure,
It must
you
be.
know,
Yeah.
but I I don't know. Maybe let it go.
Yeah,
Some
let
of
it
us
go.
just have to let it go even when we don't want to,
Make like
stubborn as we
make
are.
like Elsa and just let it go.
Let it go. Right? Sounds like your girlfriend's more stubborn than you, so I mean, you hit the jackpot there, bud.
Yeah, that's right. So, you're in for a ride, dude. And you're right.
Yeah.
Like if this is the one you're going to die on, you have a long road ahead of you, my friend. So have
Do you
fun
want
with
to lose
that.
fast or do you want to lose slow? Sounds
That's
like
right.
what's going on right
That's
there.
correct. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, soft YTA.
Soft YTA.
That's
I'm gonna
kind of a
check.
new one. I don't know that we've ever really pulled a soft YTA. I mean, I know we've been a
I
little
have
bit back and
learned
forth, but
some grace. Okay, I've been really working on myself.
speaking of introspection, everyone, all right,
All right, can we do another one?
let's do it.
All right,
I'm just warmed up now,
I know.
It's like
Oh,
the
here we
first
go.
first set of bowling, Get better the
Right,
second time.
totally. That's why you warm up before you play pinball.
That's right.
All right, so this next headline is: Am I the asshole for telling my best friend's husband that she was hooking up with her ex while he was out of town? Oh,
Wow. I mean,
spicy.
yeah, this is spicy as hell. Okay. I'm ready. This
Ready?
has piqued my interest.
Right? All right. I'm a 27-year-old female, and my best friend Kara is a 26-year-old female and has been married to Jake, who's a 30-year-old male, for a year. All right. So her best friend and her husband been married for a year. Got it. I've known Kara since college, and I was her maid of honor. I've also gotten close to Jake over the last few years. He's genuinely a good guy, stable, kind, and he treats her like gold.
Okay,
About
that's
2
good.
months ago. Yeah. I mean, so far so good.
Unless he's treating her like gold that he sells to the one of those gold pawnbroker dudes. Cashforgold.com.
Worse.
Okay, I don't know. I'm just saying. So, okay, so he
There.
treats her like gold. That's good. Okay.
Uh-huh. About 2 months ago, Kara started meeting up with her ex from high school. At first, it was just catching up, but I found out that it had turned physical. She told me flat out that she missed the thrill and that the quote thrill, unquote, and that Jake was, quote, too boring, unquote. She was seeing the ex while Jake was away on work trips and hiding it like it was nothing. I asked her what the hell she was doing. She laughed and said it didn't count because she never slept over and that she'd stop once she got it out of her system.
Oh,
I told her I couldn't pretend I didn't know. She told me if I said anything, we were done. So I told
darn.
Jake.
Nice.
I didn't go into graphic detail, but I told him enough that he knew the truth. I felt sick doing it, but worse staying silent. He moved out that weekend. Kara blocked me on everything, and now half our friend group is calling me a traitor and saying I ruined her marriage. A few people say I did the right thing, but the whole thing has blown up. Am I the asshole for telling him?
I mean, hard NTA on this. I mean, no, you are not the asshole. I mean, you did a pretty a pretty daring thing, honestly. I mean, like it would be very easy to just be like, you know what, it's not my business and everything else. And like, I agree that in relationships, like there's always things that we don't know about our friends and about them and their partners. Like that's just the way it is. That's life. But it's very easy to just, close your eyes to it and everything else. So the fact that she didn't do that, I mean, no, not the asshole and all the friends losing their shit about it. I don't know, guys. That just makes me feel like you would just be okay with anything happening behind the dude's back, and you would just toe the party line, which is not great. So I'm going, yeah, hard not the asshole here. Like, yeah.
Yeah. I've had to do that before.
Okay. Okay.
Again, this is cold read stuff, so I did not know that's where that was going.
Right.
Yeah, I've been there, man.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm a little bit like speechless at the moment. I don't even know how to process that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard. It was easier because the people involved we weren't that close. So it wasn't like I didn't lose anybody in my life that I'm sad are gone, right?
Sure. Right.
And the circumstances were a little bit different, but it was it was one of those things where I couldn't let it go. Basically, this dude that we knew started hitting up one of my very good friends anonymously. Like in the middle of the night, you could tell he was drunk, and there was one night where she just like screen capped everything to me.
Those
Gave me
"Have you
out.
seen the moon tonight?" texts and shit like
Yeah,
that.
like I look
Yeah.
forward to going
Yeah.
on a walk with you. Like we've almost like
Yeah.
done
Right.
hanging out.
Yeah.
Like so it was somebody that we knew. And she's like, "Do you know who this is?" And I didn't have that phone number in my phone. And so I did what Ruth does on the internet. And so I basically narrowed it down. And then I had to confirm with some mutual folks. And I was like, oh, and he was married and his wife had just had a kid. Maybe they weren't married. I don't remember. This was a long
but
time
I
ago.
mean, still.
And so, yeah, but, once I found out, first of all, he was like scaring the shit out of my friend, right? By like texting these like vague anonymous messages in the middle of the night, which is already like absolutely not.
That's already Creepsville,
Because
USA.
that girl's out, she's in my protected group. And so then I found out who it was. And then I realized who his partner was and the fact that they just had a kid together. And the fact that it was a friend of another really good friend. Like the whole thing was like really tense for me.
Sure.
And I was like,
sure.
And so then basically I had to have like a little lunch summit with her and, hold her baby while I told her that so and so had done such and such. I was like pursuing my friend, hadn't done anything with her. There was no like cheating per se, but she was freaked out. But he was definitely stepping out on his lady.
Yeah, right.
And I couldn't let it go.
Yeah, you can't.
It was just upsetting all the way around. He had scared the shit out of.
Shouldn't have to abide that. No.
My friend, and there was a baby involved, and I was like,
right.
Fuck me. And I like sat on it, and finally I was like, all right, well, no one else is gonna say anything. I suppose.
Guess it's gonna be me. Okay. Suit up, everybody, because here we go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Big girl panties on.
Right.
And it sucked. It sucked.
Yep.
It was a very sad meeting. It was very it was just sad.
Yeah, I mean that
it fucking sucked having to do it. It fucking sucked. It was not pleasant at all. There was no like I mean the only redeeming thing out of it was that hopefully I gave her enough. And I don't know, I didn't keep up with the saga. I separated myself from that like immediately because there was nothing more I could have done to make it better, just worse.
Sure. Right.
And I haven't seen them in a very long time. But I mean, the only redeeming quality to something like that is to give the person the option to like move on with their lives and make a decision for themselves.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
But it fucking sucked, man. That I don't like that memory. That was sad.
No,
that was really sad.
That is the kind of thing that, I feel like in this situation, these friends are upset and I would imagine rationalizing the situation by saying, well, they didn't actually sleep together. They didn't have sex or
they did. It turned physical, says.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. But I'm sorry, you're right. But she seemed to be playing it off like it wasn't. So that alone is
Right.
just pretty nefarious, man. And you know, like, even if there wasn't physical, stuff happening, like, emotionally cheating on somebody is a fucked up thing to do as well. I mean, it goes
Well,
back
I
to,
feel that it's worse.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's definitely worse. And, I know that we all grew up at this point watching sitcoms, Friends and all these other shows where there were situations such as this, but, much, much more evergreen, much lighter in their own way. But even in those situations, they were still pointing, even in these comedies, to how just the emotional aspect of that dynamic is really hurtful,
Yeah.
because it just means that you're not communicating at all with somebody. And that is very hurtful ultimately. So to then tack on the thing of like, yeah, sure, it gets physical and everything. I mean, yeah, that's not fair at all. And to just go on hiding it from somebody. I mean, this person to me is a fucking, you're a hero. Like, you just are. I mean, that's
OOP,
a
yeah.
badass thing to do.
Yeah,
Yeah, this
for
OP,
sure.
like, absolutely badass. Like,
And it, I mean, it sucks, but like the friend sucks worse. You know what I
yes,
mean?
yes,
And this whole
absolutely.
idea of like getting it out of your system, it's like, well, you've been married for a year. I assume
Right,
you knew who you married, and
right.
those are the kinds of decisions that are, kind of like significant, semi-permanent.
Like, think about this before you get married. If you need to
Right.
get
If
it out of your system, then get it out of your system before
And if
then.
you
I
guys
mean, come
aren't a
on.
good match in the sack, then and that's important to you,
Yeah,
then you
right.
can't be like, oh, he's cute, he's successful, he's stable, he's funny, he's kind. I don't like fucking him, but I'm gonna marry him anyway because
Right,
I don't
right,
see this sort of like loyalty affecting my choices in
right,
this realm. It's like, well, I mean, damn, bro, at least give him a heads up.
right. That's
Like,
all you need to do, man. Like, that's it. That's all you got to do. I mean, not
but
necessarily, but I mean, that's like the bare minimum. I'll just put it that way, is to just at least do that and be real about it. But
does he know that you think he's boring in the sack? Like,
right, right.
if he knows, then things can go from there,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
people come to agreements. Maybe he's like, yeah, sure, go fuck your ex-boyfriend if that's
Sure.
what's gonna
Right,
keep you like happy in that regard.
right,
It's
right.
outside of my scope of ability or whatever. I mean, that's usually not what people end up saying when they find out
No,
stuff like this. But maybe,
no,
right? I don't know.
no. I
That
mean,
one, damn,
there's
that
probably
one.
somebody out there that it's working for, but it's, I mean, listen, folks, we ain't here to tell you how to live your lives or anything else. Do whatever the hell works, but with, consent in mind, man. Like, consent's a big deal. Like, I
For
thought we all were
everyone.
supposed to learn something about consent in fucking kindergarten, but it seems like that just
Seriously.
wasn't a thing on average. And that is kind of the thing that blows me away. And especially the quip about getting it out of your system. I mean, is this your cheat day? Like, from going
Right,
to the gym, like, I
right.
just need to get out of my system and go and eat a whole chocolate cake. Like, that's a very different thing. You're not getting this out of your system, because it just ends up becoming a rabbit hole that you pursue more and more and more, and that gets uglier and uglier. And especially if you're willing to keep hiding it from somebody, and apparently you also have like a friend group behind you that is like, oh yeah, girl, that, you deserve this and everything. Like, just say the thing, just communicate. Everybody, go to therapy if that is something that you all decide to do, but otherwise just say the thing, and then go do whatever the hell you want. You're an independent person, everybody's autonomous, etc. That's fine. But, like, once you decide to connect yourself with somebody, come on,
Yeah. Yep.
like, have a
Agreed.
little bit of a spine. So I'm just sorry that the OP is getting lambasted apparently for
Yeah,
doing this. But sounds like these people all sucked anyway, girl. So you didn't lose anything. Sounds to me.
yeah,
You know, like
yeah. I mean,
you
yeah.
just
It sounds.
shaved down. That's all. You
Yep.
know. Like,
I was gonna say you just fucking lost a bunch of weight
yeah,
in the
exactly.
best of ways,
In the
because
best of ways.
why?
Yeah.
I mean, there is something to be said, and I understand like the whole sort of like side eye at like, how would you say, inserting yourself into somebody else's stuff, because that was part of
Sure.
like the whole
Sure.
thing with the situation that I got like kind of wrapped up in, because there was like there were a couple people involved. They're like, "Oh, why are you even like in this?" And I'm like, "Cause he scared the shit out of so and so, man. Like he's texting her in the middle of the night. She lives alone. She has a kid. Like there is no reason for her to be having to text me in the middle of the night. I was up."
Absolutely. Yeah.
And she was like, "Do you
Absolutely.
know this number?" And I was like, let me run it through my contacts. And I was like, I mean, there's somebody here, but I don't remember like who it is or whatever. Like, it
Sure.
was just super random. It was listed under some pseudonym. And I'm like, I don't really know who it is. And so then I started like poking around, and sure enough, there were a couple people that I poked around with, and they were like, "Why?" And I'm
Right.
like,
Why?
"Because, man, like, is this true then? This is
Right.
so and so?"
Right.
And they're like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "This is a fucking problem for me now."
Yeah. Exactly.
If
Right.
he hadn't been
Right.
doing that and scaring the shit out of her, I would have never become involved. But you can't be scaring the crap out of
Right.
ladies who live
Exactly.
on their own, and
Yeah, that's a
coming
good point
on
about
like
this
all
whole
like,
thing too, is once other people are getting drug in that way, then it's like, well, okay, now you are making this other people's problem because you're just being so cavalier about your bullshit.
right.
So don't be surprised when you play stupid games and win stupid prizes. Like,
Well, sometimes the buck stops where you don't expect it to.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
And he like
Yeah.
DM'd me on Facebook afterwards, and he he like straight up like talked all sorts of crazy shit to me. I ignored it. I didn't have anything to say to him at all. But like
Oh,
he was
poor
pissed.
hurt
Oh,
dudes.
yeah, he was
Oh,
pissed, and I was like, "Fuck around and find out, stupid." Like, because he was like, "We have mutual friends, like we've hung out together," and all those things were true, but he wouldn't reveal his identity, and and it's like,
right.
granted,
Right.
the high school ex-boyfriend thing is obviously different from this particular scenario, but it's the same thing, and
Yeah.
she's just
Still the
gonna.
same thing.
I mean, he was hiding it from his partner, she was hiding it from her partner, and if you're going to be so cavalier about it, then you are making it other people's problems.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna
Yeah.
do it again, I'm gonna fast forward to one of our future segments here. Don't be a dumb fucking criminal. Like why are you gloating? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Right.
when serial killers
Right.
go back to the scene of the crime instead of letting it go and moving forward to their next victim,
Right.
they just like go back to like
Right.
gloat. Like it's that
Yep.
same sort of like mentality where it's like you're doing all the things that are gonna get you caught.
Yep. 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 Exactly.
And you're
Yep.
doing them on purpose. And if you're laughing it off and dismissing it as if it's not that big of a deal, like something's going to
Mm-hmm.
happen that's going to hurt your feelings, like repercussions, right? Consequences. The donkey
Yep.
kicks back,
Yep.
But
Yep.
anyway.
Yep. This is true. That is very
So
true.
NTA, I understand the difficulty and like the
Yes.
ethical morass that you feel
Yes.
that you're in, but
Yes. Yeah.
speaking from experience, it's easier to just help people make better informed decisions. If
Yes.
that causes people to accuse you of being meddlesome or whatever, just consider the fact that you're looking out for your community.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
There
know?
you go. That's true. Yeah.
And if you
Yeah.
consider this Jake person a friend, then, you look out for friends. And she's clearly Kara, the, lady cheating or what have you, like, doesn't consider her own husband a friend. So,
That's right. Yep.
everybody deserves a friend. Everybody deserves, the information that's going to cause them to
Yeah.
make decisions that will better their quality
Yeah.
of life all around, and then they're not like sitting around looking like a doofus wasting their fucking time.
Yeah,
You know
seriously.
what I mean? Like,
Oh
'cause
my
that's fucked
God, it's
up,
so
right? If
true.
his wife is like literally flaunting it and all of the friend group knows.
Right. You
I
have
mean,
much better pastures to go on to, dude. That's all I gotta
everybody
say
that's
about
ever
that.
been cheated on feels like a fucking clown.
Right.
Especially when
Yeah.
people around them know and they're not being told, like, damn,
Yeah.
that feeling fucking sucks.
Yeah, you feel like an idiot.
Been there, done that.
Like,
Unpleasant.
yeah. And like, we've all done things that were not smart and everything else. Like there's something to be said, sure, for just the dumb shit that we all do in the moment of doing dumb shit and
Yeah, of
everything else.
course.
But that's like part of learning as a human being. If you actually learn something, it's like you
And
learn
that's
and
the accountability
don't
part
do the
too.
thing again,
Right.
like,
Yeah, don't do the thing again.
yeah, like
Like,
maybe don't do that, or just stop for a minute and be like, would somebody slap me in the face for doing this? If the
that's right.
answer is yes,
Yeah,
probably don't do the thing,
last week we used was somebody stabbed me over this. But yeah, I mean,
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Last week it was gang stabbed. This week it's gang slapped. Whatever, man. Like whatever it
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
like I
Are
don't want
you willing
anybody
to
to get
take
stabbed
on
or
this?
slapped, but
Of course not. So maybe don't do things that might cause other people to do that to
don't
you.
do those things. Yeah, just
Don't be an
saying.
asshole, man. So
Don't be an
NTA.
asshole. Yeah, NTA. Thank you for these ones, Ruth. Thank you to our editor for his
Oh,
kindness in finding these things, because
he
wow.
knows what's up. He
Oh,
knows exactly what he's doing.
yeah, because
So that's funny.
I know how it is to trawl the internet for the nuggets of gold. There's a lot of real bullshit that you can run into.
Sure.
So yeah, and that one is gonna have a little. That's like one of the only NTAs we've ever done, also. So
No way, we do a bunch of NTAs. We had an NTA last week.
I know, but like we just don't have many most of the time. That's the
True.
thing.
There's plenty of YTAs for sure. But
Plenty
I like
of
this
YTA.
segment because there do happen to be a number of NTAs where people are in fact not missing the point. They're like,
That's
I'm
right.
pretty sure I understand what's happening right now. Am
That's
I
right.
crazy? And it's like, nope.
No, you're good.
Nope.
You're
You're fine.
definitely not missing the point. Some other
this is-
people are, but
Yeah.
you're not.
Exactly.
You're definitely not. Nope, not at all. Not at all.
in the least, buddy.
Not in the
You'll be
least.
okay.
You'll be all right. Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, as a somewhat segue to that, we've been toying here at the Art of Missing the Point with some new segments, and one that we're having some fun with is one that initially we thought would be a whole other podcast, but does seem to fit very well, I think, into this platform. And that is one that we've decided to call Dumb Criminals. And this is where
fuck around and find out.
fuck around and find out. That's right. Big bold colon,
I'm
and big
not
bold
gonna
fuck
say.
just because big bold fuck. Big bold colon. That sounds like a professional wrestler that is just really gonna come at you with a very
Everything
big
that he's
move from the
got.
top rope. Everything that he's got. In this corner, weighing in at 302 pounds.
Oh my god.
From Nashville, Tennessee, it's Big Bold Colon. Here he is.
Bringing everything that he's got.
Bringing everything that he's got to the ring and leaving much of it behind.
Oh no.
Ooh, wow. All right, well, there's a visual that y'all have to deal with. That is not one of the dumb criminals, but this week for this segment, I thought about bringing this one up last week, but we had another very fitting one for that. But
oh, can we, before we move on to the new one, can I put a postscript on last week's in terms of...
in fact, yes, that would be wonderful. Yes, let's do it.
The CEO is suing Chris Martin. Talk about missing
No.
the point.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my fuck. Oh. God.
was beside myself when I
Oh,
read that this
bro.
week. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
bro.
he's suing Coldplay.
Oh.
I haven't read the lawsuit, so I'm not quite sure where he thinks he gets off doing that. But if you were to put a pin on fucking missing the point, it would be that
Wow. I
lawsuit
mean,
to a
that
cork
is
board.
really
Yeah,
it.
he's yeah, he
I
missed the point.
mean,
The
there's a
entire
lawyer out
train
there
left the
who's just
station.
like, oh, hell yeah, I'm gonna take this money. But like anybody with a brain is gonna be like, you want to do what now? Like, let's just put aside that it's fucking Coldplay, okay? It's like one of the biggest pop rock bands of the past 20 years. I mean, they've been going a
Easily.
while, everybody. So, like, that alone, much less the fact that you are by proxy going up against Gwyneth Paltrow. Okay.
Yeah.
She will just unleash the fires of 1,000 goops. Is it goop or gloop or like whatever
Don't
her
make me remember. It's
blog
Goop.
is or the
Well, they're
newsletter,
divorced,
whatever
but
it
I think
is?
they're on friendly
Oh, they're
terms. I'm
divorced? Oh,
sure.
well, still, she'd probably fucking lay some
I
shit
assume
down.
so.
I
Well,
mean,
Baby Apple can't have her dad getting sued by some
that's
fucking
right. Hell no.
self-absorbed
Yeah.
douche. Yeah, so he's I just wanted to go ahead and just really close our first dumb criminal segment with a bang, because when I read
uh,
that I was like, well, we really should just mention that. So
that
yeah, not only did he do what he did, but he's so mad that he got caught that he thinks he can litigate himself into some
good stuff.
delusional
Oh
version of
man.
innocence or something. I don't know. I'll read.
I
I
don't
mean, I don't know.
what are you going to stand on here is what I really want to know. Like what exactly is the legal standing you're going to say is like you were unlawfully put on the kiss cam in a public space? Like
Yeah.
I
After
can
being warned that you were being filmed, like all
exactly.
of those
That's
concerts,
exactly it.
it's an implicit agreement.
It's
If you
always
want
there.
to watch it,
Yeah.
then you have to
You're
agree
gonna
to
get
this.
filmed. There's signs all the time in every big concert space at every big concert that says by entering here you're gonna get filmed. I live in Los Angeles, y'all. You can walk around anywhere in LA and just randomly end up in the background of some movie because you're going
Well,
to
count
walk
on it.
by
Yeah.
something that says, "Hey, by the
You
way,
are
everybody,
being
we're shooting
filmed.
here today, so just deal with it. And if you don't like it, then, go around the corner the other way." So, like, is this what you're going to fight? Because it's not going to work. Like, it's not going to
Yeah.
work. You're
I
just
don't
trying to cover
know.
up the fact that you're a moron, but like you're not covering it up because you're continuing to stoke the flames at this point, and the internet is just going to keep laughing
Well,
at you.
it's like the Barbara Streisand situation, right? It's like this
Oh, yeah.
phenomenon where the less attention you want, the louder you say that, the more attention you get.
Yes, always. Yeah,
The Barbara
absolutely.
Streisand effect
Yeah,
is what it's called.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's a story for another time. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and return that dumb criminal back to the corkboard. We will red yarn him later. I just wanted to let you know that he is an Andy bullshit. I don't remember his last name. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's
He is
asshole
an
Magoo. That's what we'll
asshole
call him.
Magoo.
Asshole
I can
Magoo.
work with that. Yeah, he's suing Chris Martin and Coldplay for breach of criminality in the
I
dumb
I hope Chris
way.
Martin makes like Taylor Swift and writes a song about this at some point because
You
that
know he will. I'm
I
telling
mean
you, that dry British rye wit. I'm into it.
100%. Like he's gonna have a pint and laugh at this and be like, "Sure, have fun with that." Like you complete moron. Have fun with that.
Well,
Wow, wow.
all right,
All
Brian.
right,
Sounds like you got the next one lined up. So hit me. What's going on?
boy. Okay.
What did they do?
All right. So this one focuses on the dumbest criminal that we all know. He's the big orange baby man that for some reason is currently in charge of this country, and we all
Oh,
know his
good.
name. If you
My
say it 3 times in
favorite.
front of a mirror, he shows up in your bathroom and says, "I'm here to tell you about Trump steaks. Okay,
Ugh.
they're the best, most tremendous steaks that anyone has ever had. They're made of 100% pure horse meat." So that's the guy who apparently people thought should run this country. I have my problems with it, but my real problem right now, beyond all the other problems that I have with him, is the fact that I was browsing around Threads, which, as some of us may or may not know, is basically just Meta's answer to Twitter. It's just another Twitter, but in like a different way. And I came across a video that I had weirdly never seen. I feel like maybe a lot of other people haven't seen, or maybe they have, and I'm just like missing the point myself. But we all remember when he was supposedly nearly assassinated, right? Like, I think most of
Oh
us remember
yeah.
where
That
we
was like
were.
what, like 2 Julys ago?
Yeah, pretty
Here.
much. And well, I mean, really just, yeah, about what, a year ago-ish at this point. I remember
Was it?
distinctly that I was sitting in a barbecue spot in Phoenix, Arizona with my partner, and we were just happily eating barbecue and then happened to look up at the television and see all of this madness going down. And I was like, oh, okay, so this is a thing. And, everybody had their thoughts on if this thing was a thing or not and how it went down and etc. But this video really kind of blew me away because I think that this man really basically just staged a whole thing that was not actually nearly getting assassinated, is all I'm gonna say, y'all. This is where I think the dumb criminal part really comes in. So this video is a video of our lovely idiot in now chief, the moment after shots were fired at him. And we all saw this going down, and here's what blows me away is, like, first of all, apparently the Secret Service let him stand up and act like everything was okay. Okay, here's where the video comes in, y'all. There's photographers just being brought right in to take pictures. They're just being brought in to take pictures as if this is just like a normal thing. Here's the big one, y'all. The flag being lowered into position on a crane to perfectly fit for that epic moment where he puts his hand in the air and says, "Fight, fight, blah, blah, blah." And the photographers continue to get to move and take pictures of him. Okay, this would never happen, is all I'm saying, everybody. This would never happen. This is insane to me because anybody at that point could be someone who's trying to, do that thing, and they would all be stopped. So where I say this is a dumb criminality is, did you guys not know that there were like other people that would be like filming this thing on their phones and stuff? Did you not know that it would essentially end up coming out that this is just like a giant
That is
ball of shit?
crazy.
Have you seen this video until now?
No, I've seen
Yeah.
a couple other ones. Didn't some dude die?
Yeah, well, I mean, that is what it has been said, and I don't know, because there's just been no, as far as I know now, a lot of information, and I sort of make a point to not fall down as many conspiracy holes as one could, because I do consider myself a pretty balanced person,
This is a
and
sensational one, though. I mean,
right.
listen.
This is pretty crazy, y'all, and the flag being lowered down is really the big
Yeah,
one to me.
that's really nuts. And then the guy got photographers. Yeah, this video is interesting.
I mean,
We should
it
probably post it in the comments once we
yeah, I would love to know
throw up the
what others think about
episode.
this, because I just feel like, from someone who loves attention as much as this dude does, the fact that he hasn't brought this moment up anymore since this ended up going down is, I kind of feel like, maybe the marketing ploy didn't really work out the way that they wanted it to in the long run. It's like when a movie with like a $200 million budget does all of its marketing and ends up just still flopping. Like, kind of feel like maybe that was what ended up happening. And I know that there's people there going to be like, "You're totally full of it. You're wrong." Blah, 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 blah. But I'm just
That is
saying,
so interesting.
I'm just saying,
I'm
in
gonna have to
any
think about it
normal
further.
situation, you wouldn't let photographers just like roll around and like take pictures. And it just kind of reeks to me of just real dumb criminality in the long. And this guy's a dumb criminal overall. I mean, let's just face facts. He's
Right,
been
yeah. I
real
was gonna
dumb about
say
everything that he's done. You know, I mean,
it's par
come
for the
on.
course.
Yeah. But this
I
one just seems like it wasn't very well planned.
I mean, what is from him though?
That's
I
true.
mean,
That's
where's that
very
wall
true.
check?
Yeah. That's
I myself
exactly.
like try to refrain from really going like full tinfoil, right? Because
Yes.
I do have the sort of imagination that will do it. It feels very natural for me to just really like figure it out, right? Like I
Absolutely.
said, if we're gonna
Yes.
put all these dumb criminals on a corkboard, like I can red yarn the shit out of that, even if it makes absolutely no sense in the world or isn't true. That
Absolutely.
said, there are a few things here and there that catch like my eye in that regard. And that one is one of the few ones where if I think of it like too much, I'll be like, oh yeah, of course it was staged.
Right. Right.
And then this is where we are.
Right.
Um I I don't know if anybody's ever gonna know the truth, right? And
No, no
the
one
thing
will.
is that conspiracies are so difficult, or like staged shit is so difficult to keep quiet or silent, right?
That's
Like
true. That's right.
when you think about shit that's happened that is very easy to conspiracy theorize that it didn't happen, like name one, the moon landing, right? 9/11, etc., etc., etc. There's always people that are like, oh, that was fake, that was staged, that didn't actually happen, this, that, and the other, like the usual like deep denial situation.
Right.
And it's
Right.
like it's impossible to keep 5 people from knowing the same secret and not telling each other.
It's true, as was
Do you know
evidenced
what I
by our
mean?
last segment
Yeah,
here alone.
exactly. Like
Yeah,
there is no honor amongst thieves. I mean,
that's right.
gossip is gossip. Like,
That's right.
gossip is nothing more than people sharing their and each other's life experiences with others. So,
Yeah.
if you're telling me that there were what easily at least 5,000 people involved in faking and staging 9/11 or shit like Sandy Hook, right? Where it's like
Right.
crisis actors, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So, like, usually as soon as that kind of stuff comes up, I'm like, it would be impossible.
Yeah. Right.
Like, that's
Right.
how I like backwards, like,
That's how you keep
skedaddle out
yourself
of the
from
rabbit hole.
falling over the
Yes.
Fox Mulder
Yeah,
ledge
absolutely.
and
Yeah,
down into the
exactly. I want
darkness.
to believe, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Right.
like usually I'm like, oh no, that would be like that would be impossible as far as like an ongoing until the end of time event and keeping something secret that involves thousands of people. Like it's
Right.
impossible that
Right.
we can't swing that.
Human
Humans are
beings can barely keep their Netflix password
right
to
to
themselves.
themselves.
You know, I
Yeah,
mean, let's
I
just be
know.
real.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
So
I
that's how
mean,
I stay out of it. But
yeah,
there's
absolutely.
a couple out there, and that one has crossed my mind where I'm like, I suppose that if it was only 5 people and they're all potato brainwashed, like it could
Potato brainwashed.
now with more cheese.
Now
Um,
gloopier than ever.
oh my god, dude. Like it's sort of like works. There's another video that I saw where this lady ducks before he
Sure. Right.
shoots
Yeah.
again.
Right. Right.
Um, and I saw it, like I saw it happen, and I was like, oh, because you're not the first one that has brought such observations to my attention.
Sure. Right.
Again, I just have to put it out of my mind, or I'll fucking make a whole YouTube video out of it
That's
for the next
exactly
10
like
years.
that's what I try to do as well, you know, and like the part of this that just rings so like dumb to me is overall just the fact that like whether or not it was a staged thing it just seems to me like such a dumb thing. I'm gonna
To even
sound weird.
try.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly, right.
Mhm.
And then
Mhm.
so dumb to like not just milk it like crazy. You would really, like obviously he did for a little while. He was like wearing a piece of poorly taped gauze to his ear and whatever the fuck.
So
But
stupid.
like maybe that is the ultimate dumb criminality is
Yeah.
everything that came out of it after, like people wearing.
Flopped. Yeah.
Yeah, it just flopped. It
Oh.
just was like kind of a wet fart in the long run, and
I
like,
do
and no
remember
one wants
people
a wet
wearing
fart from Donald Trump,
no,
okay?
oh god,
No,
please
thank you.
stop. Ew.
I'm sorry, Ruth. I'm sorry.
Ew.
Fucking up your
Sorry.
night is Brian. Here he is in this
Yeah.
corner, the big colon,
Big colon.
big colon with
Yeah.
his signature move, the wet fart. Wow.
Yeah, people wore the gauze for a while, and then he's really good at having fostered this sort of like institutional amnesia,
Yes, that's very accurate.
because we're already
Yeah.
very good at that. We compartmentalize, we stuff it down,
And then we
to the
move
bottom
on
of our
because we
soul
have to at this
until
point
we
in
get
life.
stomach
Like there's just so much
cancer,
shit
and we move
happening.
on.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Or we just die.
Yeah. But yeah, if that is what happened, and again, only, sweet baby Jesus up in the sky knows what actually happened there that day. If it really was this like desperate cry for attention, which I would totally put on him, like just pin it to the fucking wall, like obviously
Absolutely.
he would pull a stunt like that. It was poorly executed and super fucking weird and morbid, man.
Yeah, exactly. Like come on,
This,
man.
like, also very much like a 13-year-old girl going through like, the early cycles of like her or his or their like hormonal cycle. I remember wanting attention like that.
Absolutely. Right.
I remember wanting to be
Yeah.
wanted and loved and like willing
Yeah.
to be, perhaps, in case you haven't been able to tell, slightly dramatic about this, that, or the other.
Sure.
Like, it's not beyond my ability. It's just like at some point you gain some common sense and learn how to navigate the world like a grown-ass person.
Yeah.
Without
right.
needing to like throw these little fits for attention. So if this man in his late 70s, who is at least a name running this country, is acting like a 13-year-old who just hasn't gotten enough attention from their crush in middle school, this is a problem.
It's a problem. It's
an even deeper problem that you and I already consider it being, which is already a really big fucking problem.
It already weighs on our minds like a fucking
Incessantly.
2-ton elephant every single day.
Right on my lungs.
Sitting right there, just looking at you and using the big colon move on you,
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
so
the people that are like enabling him and helping him and like acting in accordance with this like underfed, overinflated sense of need for attention and acceptance and validation, like those people are even scarier, because he's just an old adult man whose dad beat him, right?
Right.
Absolutely. And he, tripped up the stairs, basically. He failed into success, right? He ascended where the rest of us reach a steep fucking drop off at a cliff, and we all die at the bottom, and there's bones scattered from the last 1,000 years. Like,
or we turn around because we are not horrible people, and we,
But this motherfucker tripped up the stairs. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
He has, viced his way into being a completely adult, old, spoiled brat who doesn't know how to tie his own shoes. Okay, fine. What the fuck are the rest of those motherfuckers doing?
Exactly. Right. What does this Kool-Aid taste like? Is
right. Well, and what concerns me is like,
piss.
it's yellow, like it. Because it's like, sure, I suppose if you're weak-minded enough to be brainwashed by the likes of him, I get it. But what I suspect, Brian, and this is the part that's really fucking me up and will fuck me up for the rest of my life, is that I know for a fact that there are people in that administration who are taking advantage of him, who they themselves have a very active,
Right.
a
Exactly.
very fast,
Yeah.
a very morbid plan. It's
Yeah.
racist, it's homophobic, it's
Yeah.
misogynistic. It
Yeah.
is geared towards making sure that a certain segment of the population, which has remained in control and in power, and statistically is better off than most of everybody else,
Yep.
remains that way.
Yep.
And if it were up to them, they would be the only ones, and then they would just fight each other to the death. But the rest of us would go first.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. It would be like,
You know what
it
I'm
would be,
saying?
it would be like that cartoon. I can't place what this cartoon was, but I've thought about it multiple times, and I hope it's real and not one of those things that we all just like somehow made up from time to time. You know, like the fact that
Collectively.
yeah, like the fact that plenty of people think that there is a movie called Shazam that Sinbad was in, and like all
That
those
one
other
drives me
things.
crazy because I was pretty sure there was.
I was pretty sure too, and now I don't know what to think about anything, so I just kind of accept, that there's madness in the world. But I remember distinctly this cartoon when I was a kid that was about war essentially, and just eventually boiled down to just like two guys in gas masks on the battlefield shooting at each other, and then both managing to shoot each other at the same time, and they were like the only two people left on the planet. And I'm like, is that really the goal? Because that's the worst possible idea, just so we're clear. Like,
We would like
what?
to avoid that at all
Yes,
costs.
we would like to avoid that. Thank you very fucking much, is all I have to say.
I mean,
So
yeah, if I got a vote in there somewhere, that's my vote.
yes, if I can raise my hand and hold the floor for a moment, Your Honor, no thanks, okay? Just big old no thanks. Big no thanks. That's all there is to it. So that's my entry for this week. It's,
Yeah.
it's not necessarily meant to make any of us wear tinfoil hats, but just to say, like, what the fuck is going on? Like
I don't know, man.
that's really what it comes down to, is what the fuck is going on? And the answer is, yeah, none of us fucking know. So that is truly missing the
Well,
fucking
and
point.
if we don't know, and if they're not going to be transparent, then, we get to figure it out for ourselves.
That's right, exactly. And
What they want is an uninformed populace, and
yep.
that's why I'm not completely opposed to engaging like alternative explanations of reality as I see it, right? AKA sometimes like wackadoodle conspiracy theories, what have you.
Right.
I mean, I'm not even going to get into it.
No, because that would be for a whole
But
other podcast where
the
we
whole
could.
like Epstein killed himself thing, like I am so torn up about it. And again, I'm not getting into it, but I'd rather talk about pinball, which I plan on doing next.
That is what
But
I would rather do. Yes, ultimately.
just saying, future thoughts for future dumb criminal segments.
Future thoughts, because there's a lot of dumb criminals out there, everybody. And
Guys,
as
if you're not going to
always,
be good, at least be good at it, please.
that's right. Like, come
I
on,
mean,
man.
I feel like that's just common sense. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to make this some sort of Bonnie and Clyde tutorial for y'all, but fucking A.
No.
Get
but
on.
fucking A. Yeah.
Like, print out
if
the blueprints. Like, spring for the fancy gloves. Like, don't try and stage an assassination while being filmed from 1,000 different angles, not
Right.
just ones that you want to publish. Like,
Right. Pay
Let-
for the full subscription,
think
like,
it
don't just take
through.
the trial, like,
They're still going
leech
to
off
charge
of
you anyway.
leech off your mom's Netflix, everybody. No, I would rather talk about pinball. I agree, and that is where we have a few moments left here, and
Yeah,
I
we'll
am
switch it up.
excited to hear what you have to talk about on this National Pinball. Is it World Pinball Day, or is it national? Like, is this a world thing? Is it just in the USA?
Well, I mean, worldwide, every day is Pinball Day. I think
That's
this
right.
is one of those U.S. calendar day things that are quasi-official,
It just sort of
sanctioned by
happened, and that's just what it is. Yeah, right,
totally, and there was
right.
a reason for it, and I remember reading about it at some point, but I don't remember what it is anymore. Pinball, 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 pinball. So I did 3 tournaments in 3 days this last weekend.
That's just so like I barely do. I feel like anything in 3 days, much less 3 pinball tournaments.
Yeah,
Damn.
so Friday night it was 9 rounds. Saturday was 5 rounds, but 10 games. So by the end of Saturday, I'm 19 rounds in. And then we played like a really fun format. Shout out to the Las Cruces Bells and Chimes, Mandy and Brenna and the whole crew down there. We played a really fun format that was you're guaranteed 6 rounds, but at the end of 6 rounds, you have to have at least 21 points. Everyone who has 21 points moves forward. Everybody that doesn't is out. And then X number of rounds, the cumulative point goal increases by 7 points. And then basically you just narrow it down to like the final 2 players head to head, just like that movie you just described. There were no gas masks or guns, but
No
in the
dystopian
end,
end of the world. But you know what? If that was the way that things were going at the end of the world, it was just 2 people going head to head in pinball and then they both drop dead. Worst
yeah,
ways for the human race to get tapped out, I guess, right?
absolutely. Yeah.
So,
No, yeah. It was really fun. I spent the night down in Las Cruces because I played down there for Saturday and for Sunday. I fucking sucked this weekend, man. Like, and it's funny. Well, it's okay. I'm not upset at it. Like, I'm on one of my little weird like dip then plateau sort of things. If you get the IFPA phone app, it actually shows you on a graph like your ranking and your rating, which is basically a way for you to see how well you've done and how well you're doing. And so I'll have these like moments where it's like it's just regular learning curve stuff. It's like I'll dip and then I'll like claw my way out of the hole and like plateau for a while at a particular level, and then usually I keep going up after that. But yeah, it was really fun. Like I said, today is National Pinball Day, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about the IFPA, which is the sanctioning body of our Lord and Savior Pinball.
he has risen with a
much.
pocket full of corn.
Such as it is. And I realized that I sounded a bit dismissive about it the last time I was talking, but the IFP is like super important in my life, the International Flipper Pinball Association. So once you start playing pinball competitively, you register with them, and then you have your number, like I mentioned, and then they keep track of your stats. So
That's awesome because
if you ever play pinball, you should definitely make sure that you claim your IFPA number.
yeah, I'm gonna need to do this just to be able to do it because, I mean, at this point, I have a gamer tag on like basically every console ever, which is just to say that I'm there because I am not a very good gamer, everybody. I am that person who ends up buying like 50 games on Steam around Black Friday, and I have played one of them
Guilty.
maybe. You know?
Guilty, yes,
Yeah.
charged.
I'm not great at it, but I like knowing that I'm there, like
Totally.
I'm there. I'm just very much buried
Yeah,
in the
well, and again,
ranking.
you don't have to like get all crazy with it either. I was trying to share this page. Yeah, so what I wanted to say now that it's still National Pinball Day, damn, it's 20 after 11. Nice, dude. I encourage you to do it. And also, there's a movie that you should watch that
Okay. All right, I'm into this.
I'm going to make sure that I know how to offer it to you as something that you can watch.
Okay.
Looks like it's on Disney Plus. You can rent it from a number of it's also on Hulu. The name
Okay.
of the movie is called Pinball, the Man Who Saved the Game. And it's about this man. His name is Roger Sharp. And he ended up in New York City in the 70s. He was originally from, I believe, Wisconsin. And so he had learned how to play pinball while he was in college. And then he went to the Big Apple to chase his dream of being a journalist. And he
As
found
you
a
do.
pinball machine there in this adult shop. And
Like an
as it turns out,
adult shop?
yeah, like, you know,
Nice.
like peep show, like porn shop.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
and again, mind you, this is like in the
In the
70s.
70s in New York.
Yeah.
He was
So,
already seeing some shit.
oh yeah, yeah. He was a GQ journalist,
Wow. Okay.
and as it turns out, pinball was illegal in New York in the mid 70s.
Yeah, I know you were mentioning this, and that blows my mind. And I assume that maybe I mean, obviously, this movie, I imagine, goes into some of
It
that.
does,
Is why we should
yeah.
all learn. Okay.
It's a good little bit of, you know, fictionalized history. Anyway, his kid runs the IFPA.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Josh Sharp is the head of the IFPA. It became, you know, a family situation.
That's
But
amazing.
the movie covers when his precious pinball machine at the porno shop got raided by the cops. Like, he basically enacted this one-man campaign to decriminalize pinball in New York City.
Cool.
And there was like a lot of moving parts here. So part of the reason that pinball was outlawed was because it was made by the same companies who made slot machines.
Sure. Right. Okay.
So when you go see in Vegas the Bally Hotel,
Right.
Bally, or
Right.
Casino Hotel in any other place, there's one near Dory Hill in Colorado. I mean, they're everywhere. So originally that name is the name of a company who started out in Illinois in the Chicago area building slot machines.
Right. Right.
And then what ended up happening is that there became this association between casinos, slot machines, and, you know,
Yes.
the
Okay.
mafia, right? The mob.
Sure. Right.
Criminal activity, organized criminal activity
Right.
of the
Right.
highest levels of money laundering,
Right.
etc.
Not
And
100% dumb criminals at that point. I
No,
mean, they were
no,
pretty
no.
good at what they did, y'all. I mean,
They made bank.
yeah,
And
guys
so
made out all right.
well, not outside the car after they got gunned down, but you know,
Oh,
mostly,
yeah. I mean,
mostly before that,
once you
they were
get
getting,
Goodfellas, you know,
yeah,
it's
it's over then. But you know, generally speaking, they were getting
right,
away
right.
clean for the most part. So then once pinball machines were invented and were started being manufactured by the same companies that were making the slot machines that were associated with the casinos that were associated with the mob, there was a lot of you know, same thing as prohibition at the time was kind
Sure.
of like the idea where it's like, oh, let us eradicate the vice itself, which is impossible.
Right. Doesn't work that way, everybody.
Did you know that as far as I know, pinball is still outlawed in Mexico?
Wow, really? Dang. Okay.
So far as I know, I haven't researched this. I'll follow up on the next episode. I will do the deep dive on that. But
Wow.
so far as I understand, it is not an easily available hobby in my home country because
that
it
bums
is
me out.
again
Wow.
associated with, you know, gambling and, you know, nightlife
Nefarious
and
things.
criminality and, you know,
Sure. Sure.
etc., etc.,
Sure.
etc.
Sure. Sure.
So yeah, in an effort to keep our podcast from pushing into Pete Holmes' 3-hour territory, I'm gonna put a pin on that. Happy National Pinball Day. Go watch this movie. It's
Yeah.
called Pinball, the Man Who Saved the Game.
Yeah.
The actors in it are great. It's obviously like a fictionalized version of the actual thing that happened.
Sure.
But it covers all the major points, and you get to see how maybe somebody might get really like wrapped up in the game itself. I know I talk about like a lot about tournaments and stuff, but I really just like to play pinball. Like, that's all there is to it. Like,
I mean,
don't.
you are inspiring me to go and play because it has been so long since I've actually played on a real machine. And
It's fun. It's
you know,
fun. It's a cool way to zone out and still maintain some sort of like cognitive engagement. It's hard to describe. Like, sometimes I'm going for something like a goal on the machine. Sometimes I'm just playing just because it's fun to play. Sometimes I'm playing and literally thinking about how to solve a problem in another part of my life. You know how it is. Like
Right.
sometimes you need to just like
It's a bit of a form of meditation.
think.
I
It
mean,
is. It really is.
that's why even
Yeah,
driving is kind of a form of meditation. I mean,
totally. Very
what
similar.
one of my therapists pointed that out to me once, and I had never thought about it. And it's because, like you're doing that thing, and that's really the only thing that you can be doing. I mean, yeah, you can sing to a song or listen to a podcast like ours, or whatever, but like you have to be doing that thing in the
Yeah,
moment. It's the reason that so
actively.
many of us end up having, good thoughts in the shower, because like ideally you can't be doom scrolling on your phone in the
Right.
shower, so like
Absolutely.
your brain you get to meditate a little bit, and meditation works.
Yeah,
Like it
it
works. It's a
does.
big deal. So yeah, I could see how, and specifically pinball, I could see how that could work very closely because of the fact that there is a, not obviously a super technical restriction. I mean, these games are freaking involved. It's crazy,
Yeah.
the mechanics of these things, but like obviously there's no go and buy a bunch of DLC and it's also connected online and now you need to do this and install a fucking update and blah 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 blah
It's
blah.
just you
It's
and
just
gravity,
that thing,
motherfucker.
right?
Yep.
Which is
Yep.
really cool. So I can
It's
see how
cool.
that would be a great form of meditation in and of
Yeah.
itself,
It's very
which
pleasant.
I think is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's brought my cortisol levels down significantly over the course of the
Yeah,
last
right.
couple of years, for sure. In
That's
ways
good.
that only like Animal Crossing does, but it's also it's social, and you get to stand around. I mentioned already, like, standing and trying to move the machines around. It's a really good workout. My
Right.
arms don't get sore anymore, but when I
Yeah.
started, my forearms were, I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but it's like
Yeah. There's
like
some, yeah. For anybody
it's
who's now
ridiculous.
watching the video, I mean, there's some jackness going on here, okay? Our girl
My
is getting
forearms are
jacked.
very strong.
Yeah. All right. So
So the
y'all
next
better look
pinball,
out. All right.
right?
All I gotta
Careful.
say, okay? Be careful. Watch yourself. It's gonna
So
get
yeah, the
your
next,
ass.
yeah, I won't think twice either. So
No, I love it.
basically,
That's
the
great.
next 3 weekends are all pinball tournaments. Ours is coming up. The Bells and Chimes is coming up Saturday the 9th, and then Matt's Three Strikes will be the 10th, and then the Sister Monthly Open will be the 16th, and then after that, I go to Portland to go play with my friend Natalie on her Feral Women team.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like the best
Oh,
component of the whole thing. Okay.
it's gonna
Yeah.
be it's
All
gonna
right.
be a riot.
All right.
Anyway,
All
all
right.
right,
Good.
Brian.
I'm
What
I'm
have we
excited
learned?
to hear more. What have we learned? Okay, final thoughts. Bum 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 bum. Let's
I think
see.
I found a thread, but I want to hear what you have to think first.
I mean, overall, it sounds to me like the thing that I have learned here, which I feel like I've learned much better in recent years, is I don't know, just communicate, y'all. Just like open your mouth and just like say a thing, you know. And like I know it's really hard and scary and everything else, but like if there's just something that you feel like you need to say to somebody, or just like say it, because passive aggressive or weird hiding shit and everything is it's not cool. And this isn't to like go off on our final thought from last week, but like it is a bolt on, like learn how to communicate, man. Like it's
Yeah.
possible. You can do it, like you can do it.
Yeah, I think mine is like highly adjacent based on what we've talked about. I feel like it's important to identify what hill you're willing to die on,
Accurate. Oh, this is even, yeah, you're right. This is even better.
which to like move past,
Oh
right?
man, true,
You know what I
truth.
mean?
Okay, you were so
Like
right. Yeah.
maybe you can sleep in the mezzanine for one night, and
Right.
maybe you can't let go of the fact that pinball's cool and shouldn't be illegal, right? Like choose your hills.
Yes,
You know
that's
what I
right.
mean?
This is very true.
Like how
Your
you
final
choose
thought
your
here is
hill,
spot on, Ruth. Thank you for this. Yes, you're
how
right.
you choose your hill is going to define your
Yep.
quality of life going
Yep.
forward for whatever amount of time it takes for you to die on that hill.
That's right.
So
That's right. That's right.
maybe there are things that we are willing to let go of so as to preserve our energy and strength for a different, maybe taller, angrier, steeper hill.
That's right.
Or maybe you've reached that hill and you're like, no, this is it, man. Like,
This
I
is
will
this is the one.
expend a significant amount of energy
That's right. Yeah.
to die on this hill and get things my way. So the question becomes like, what are you willing to sacrifice for that? What are you willing to trade? What are you willing to put up with? What are you willing to not put up with? And I think one way to be able to figure all that out is to have good communication with the people around you.
I mean, it doesn't hurt, that's for sure, because ultimately the question ends up being how many other bodies are on that hill, man, and that
Oh my God, that's a good point.
is
Yeah.
not someplace that you want to end up landing. So yeah, I'm very on board with your final thought here, Ruth, and this is why I always appreciate our conversations, because
Well,
you
likewise.
always find something that I, even myself, maybe had missed the point a little bit. And that is why we do this damn podcast, everybody.
Is why we do it.
And
You
also,
guys think that we do it for you. Trust me, this is just for us.
yeah,
This is
yeah,
so that we can hammer some shit out and
yeah,
hopefully wake up better people than we went to bed as.
that's right.
Hopefully.
You just
Hopefully.
happen to be listening in on it, which if you are, we are very grateful for
Yeah, thanks.
the fact
Thanks for joining us.
that you do that. Thank you, as always, for joining us. It does mean a lot. We want to thank Great Fox for our theme song, The Point, which you can find on his album Leftovers, which is available on Bandcamp. Highly suggest that you buy it on Bandcamp, because that's how musicians make money, is when you buy things from them, not necessarily
No.
when you stream it. Just saying, that's a whole other thing that I'll have for some of our segments here, ping-ponging a little bit as we go along. So please do consider buying any of Great Fox's work, because it is really great. So thank you, Great Fox, for this
Thank
lovely
you.
song that carries us in and out of this podcast. We want to thank the internet for just continuing to give us so many just horrible things to view and then talk about. And we want to thank all of you for tuning in and listening. Now, if you do want to reach out to us, you can find us at theartofmissingthepoint.com. You can email us at theartofmissingthepoint@gmail.com. And of course, you can listen to us wherever the heck it is that you like to listen to podcasts. Feel free to comment, like, share, and etc. Tell others about our podcast and reach out to us with your stories, comments, and etc. And best of all, join our Discord. You can find that on our website. Join our Discord and talk with others about the crazy bullshit that we talk about here on The Art of Missing the Point. So as always, everyone, I want to thank you for tuning in and listening. My name is Brian.
This is Ruth.
And this has been The Art of Missing the Point. We'll see you next time. Take care.
What's the use in growing old when it seldom brings wisdom? What's the use in sharing yourself when it only brings more pain? What's the use in going against our most primal animal nature? What's the point in coming back when you do it all over again? I'm starting to miss the point. I'm starting to miss it. Starting to miss the point. I'm starting to miss it. Starting to miss the point. I'm starting to miss it. Starting to miss the point. I'm starting to miss the point. To miss the point. I'm starting to miss it. Starting to miss the point. I'm starting.